a drink up top.
Oh my gosh, they threw a drink up top. Yeah. Oh, whoa.
Did somebody just throw something in our car?
Arrest. They just tried to hit the car.
What's up, everybody? This is 100K a day, and today 100K Paralegal Service is going to be discussing the Fearless Tour. The Fearless Tour is a group of white guys who claim that they're fighting to keep free speech alive in America, and they're going from city to city trying to engage people in what they call dialogue. Now, this is nothing but another Charlie Kirk knockoff. You know, if you look at their Twitter page, they really just started this Twitter page in September 2025. I suspect that the page started after Charlie Kirk was murdered, and this is just another attempt to follow up and continue on what Charlie Kirk was doing, which is spreading division, antagonizing, spreading hate, and trying to hide behind the First Amendment by using hate and division and just using the First Amendment as a cop-out. Now, recently, just this past week, they went to Tennessee State University, a historically black college and university, and they got these signs up. They claimed they were trying to engage in dialogue, and one of the signs they had up was, you know, DEI is illegal, deport all illegals now, let's talk. Now, this isn't real discourse. This is a couple of white guys, as they typically are, mediocre, who have nothing else going on for themselves, who are just trying to antagonize black people. And this is a very dangerous game that they're playing. They just saw what happened to Charlie Kirk. Now they want to go out and engage in similar behavior on black campuses, black universities that are historically black colleges, and they want to go and antagonize black people to see if they can get a reaction. I don't get what these guys' problem is. You know, they seem like they, you know, could be mentally ill for trying to put themselves in situations that can only get themselves hurt. If you look at the atmosphere, you look at what happened, they were literally ran off of the campus. Apparently, they think it's funny, they think it's cute, they think it's, you know, it's a way to try to get some type of attention and go into the algorithm. But I'm here to say that these white people really got to get it together. Really got to get it together. I don't know exactly what they're trying to accomplish. Maybe they won't be happy until there's real violence that's occurring, until people are attacked, until people are really getting hurt. Much more than just Charlie Kirk. Because to have a couple of white guys wearing "Make America Great Again" hats go into a black college and literally have to get police protection to get out of there. What are you trying to accomplish? I don't know what's up with these white parents, what they're instilling into their kids, if they're not instilling, you know, emotional or even social intelligence into them. But there is something clearly wrong here where you have white kids doing this type of behavior. Take a look.
How was America great when Donald Trump became president?
Good example. For example, something that all of us have benefited from are the 2017 Trump Jobs and Tax Act. Regardless of what your skin color is, regardless of your gender, this is one thing that focuses on your income. So regardless of race, any of those factors is just your income. Individuals that earn between $15,000 to $50,000 receive a tax break anywhere between 18 to 26%. If you earn between $50,000 and $100,000, which is the average American median income, you got a tax break between 15 to 17%. That means, let's say you make $100,000, you probably saw about a $15,000 tax rebate just because of what Trump passed. Now, let's look at median household income. It increased to the highest it's ever been, $5,000 higher than under Obama's administration, simply because Americans were able to put more money in their pockets. I think we can all agree here, regardless of what our race is that when we have more money in our pockets, we like that. We can do more things with that. We can invest into things, right? We can enjoy more stuff like that. So I think that is a great example of how Trump's policies, a lot of people say Trump is racist. Well, hey, his policies are definitely not racist.
I understand, like, I'm very protective. Your First Amendment right. Hey, you can't, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Let me call. I'm gonna call my supervisor back out. Just like the First Amendment, everything. Obviously, I can't say anything political in uniform. But let me just call them and verify. Sure. Okay.
Yeah, totally. Andrew, can you try to call that number? Yeah. Hey, sure. Yeah, you can take a picture. Just a picture. Well, you can't take it. Just a picture. You can hold it up for a second. Just 1 second. I'll hold it up for you. No. Come on. Really? Seriously? Really? Hey, it's all right. Don't worry, we're good. Yo. Oh, you better not, Blake. You better not. Okay. Guys, we're literally just here to have civil discussions. This is not happening on any other campus.
So these white kids knew exactly what they were trying to do. They're trying to go viral. They're trying to antagonize. And they're basically trying to stir up things to follow in the footsteps of Charlie Kirk. Apparently, they don't remember how Charlie Kirk's life ended. They think it's a game. You know, and before I even go into the next phase of this video, let me be clear. Black people don't take Charlie Kirk seriously. We don't take white guys like this seriously. That's probably why Charlie Kirk was not killed by a black person. We look at them as fools. We look at them as ignorant. We look at them as people who don't even matter, because the only way in which they become relevant is by spreading division and hate. So that's probably the real reason why a black person never has approached Charlie Kirk violently, and he was ultimately killed by one of his own. That's probably why that occurred. So, you know, it's a different situation when you see white guys go into black spaces like a historically black university such as TSU and then trying to antagonize them. That is a whole different level, a whole different situation. Now, to do that, he still may not meet a violent end, but he puts himself definitely in a much worse situation, which is completely foolish. Now, TSU issued a statement, and this is what they said. It said, TSU statement on unauthorized campus activity. Today, a group of individuals unaffiliated with Tennessee State University appeared on campus without prior notice. In accordance with the university policy, any demonstration or protest activity requires advance approval and permitting. Campus police and staff responded promptly, and the individuals were escorted from the university grounds without incident. At all times, TSU students conduct themselves in a professional and respectful manner. The safety and well-being of our students, faculty, and staff remain our highest priority. TSU will continue to uphold university policies and ensure that campus remains a safe, welcoming, and orderly environment for all members of our community. Now, TSU also issued a couple more statements after this. This is what they said. TSU Police Department, Metro Police Department, and staff responded swiftly by assessing the situation for any potential threat, de-escalated and escorted the individuals from university grounds without incident. TSU will not tolerate attempts to undermine the safety or value of our community. We stand in solidarity with our students and staff. We remain committed to ensuring our campus is a sanctuary for dialogue and education. As of this evening, we continue our investigation of reviewing all video footage to determine how the individuals gain access to our campus. Thank you for your vigilance and for standing united in the face of provocation. Office of the President. Now, they also said, important update, TSU statement on authorized campus activity. Dear TSU, this afternoon, a group affiliated with TSU identifying themselves as Fearless Debates appeared on campus without approval or notice. It has been brought to our attention that Fearless Debates has visited several other universities across the country. At TSU, the group carried poster boards with messages such as deport all illegals now and DEI should be illegal. The presence of hostile groups on our campus is not merely a political statement. It is an attempt to draw attention to their views by creating visibility at the expense of Tennessee State University students. While we recognize and uphold the constitutional right to free speech, we also understand there's a difference between exercising this right and engaging in actions that seek to disrupt, demean, and incite fear within our community. So apparently people didn't learn from what happened to Charlie Kirk, that trying to antagonize people, trying to preach hate, division, trying to hide behind the First Amendment while your real motives are to spread your hateful views and division and to keep certain groups of people or attempt to marginalize certain groups of people. You know, apparently nobody learned from what happened to Charlie Kirk and how his situation, how his life ended. You know, so this group, whatever they're called, you know, claiming that they're about debating and trying to open up dialogue, fearless debates, you know, whatever their motive is, it's going to end bad. It's going to be very, very bad. And it's about right versus left. It's about Republican versus Democrat, liberal versus conservative. This is all going to end very, very bad if people don't start using common sense and leave other people the hell alone. Now, Fearless Debates, they have a co-founder or whoever who went on a news broadcast and spoke about what their goals are or the situation. And this is what this idiot had to say.
Be safe out there.
We have absolutely no plans to stop anytime soon. Like, if anything, the events of yesterday have only strengthened our resolve and showed us how important it is that conversations like this be had on college campus. We were all very inspired and angry after seeing the horrible assassination of Charlie Kirk and immediately decided that we needed to get on last-minute flights and do this, because if we don't, who will? Somebody needs to pick up the mic. Somebody needs to have these conversations and continue on free speech.
Well, we certainly appreciate you joining us today. Be safe out there.
So apparently going to keep doing what they're doing. They don't care about the consequences because it's more important to follow through and continue Charlie Kirk's message than it is to focus on themselves and focus on their own safety and their own lives. So we'll see how this whole thing turns out, guys. This is just a mess. This is a bunch of nonsense. This is a bunch of copycat nonsense that these guys are trying to do to follow in the footsteps of Charlie Kirk, forgetting how Charlie Kirk's situation ended, which is kind of ironic because it seems like the guy who actually knocked Charlie Kirk off, he was a copycat too, because his situation, with the writing on the bullets and all that stuff he did, seems very similar to what happened to the healthcare guy in New York, where Luigi wrote on the bullets, whatever message he wanted to send in that incident in New York. So we'll see how this turns out. I don't know what it's going to take for these white kids, these white people to get their act together. It's not about Republican and Democrat, conservative or liberal to me. It's just about having common sense. So tell me what you guys think in the comments. Were these kids, do you think they were, making a wholehearted, honest attempt to have dialogue, or were they just attempting to try to antagonize and harass and be fun and go for their viral moment? And how y'all think it's going to end? Because I think it's going to end bad, very bad, if they keep it up. Most definitely. So we'll see how many more copycats come out there and want to try to follow along and go in the same footsteps as Charlie Kirk and continue with this nonsense and this ignorant, stupid behavior. Till next time, y'all. This is Mr. 100K a day. I'm off this joint. Peace.